Time now for Sports Sunday. Here's Carl Churkin.
Good evening, everybody. The Eagles' regular season started much like the preseason ended. Some questionable tackling, as you saw briefly on that Dave Mega touchdown run. Too many special teams breakdowns, too little consistency, and too little production on offense. It all adds up to a 28-23 Giants victory on opening day at Giant Stadium. Number 56, the now retired Lawrence Taylor, remains a Giant presence in the locker room and all over the Meadowlands, too, where Dave Brown has moved in at quarterback. For salary cap casualty Phil Simms on the New Yorkers' first possession, Mark McMillan intercepts and returns it to the 38-yard line. But 4 plays later, the Birds turn back on 4th and 1. Vaughn Hebron inches short, and the Giants take over. Eagles defense holds, the Giants kick away, but watch what happens as Jeff Seidner tries to get the bouncer on the run. Dave Meggett recovers, and the Giants have the ball at the 21-yard line. They bank it down to the 1. Don't get in on this play. Britt Hager blasts Rodney Hampton back. Hampton 85 yards on 21 carries, and that touchdown on the next play, and it's 7-0 Giants. Still in the first quarter, watch Meggett field the punt on the move. He heads down the far sideline. Now the punter, rookie Mitch Berger, has a shot at him, but watch what happens as he wraps both arms around him, but doesn't make the tackle. Somehow Meggett escapes a 68-yard return for the touchdown, and it's 14-0. That hole's getting deeper. Eagles get the first of 3 Eddie Murray field goals early second quarter. Then on 1st and 5, McMillan buys the fake. Chris Callaway running the sideline and up, and it's see you later time. A 51-yard catch and run, 21-3 Giants. Late second quarter, Randall Cunningham hits Herschel Walker on the quick post, and he sprints a career best 93 yards on that connection. Former Eagle Jesse Campbell has the angle on him. Walker is down at the 1. They go -2 yards on the next 2 plays, but then Cunningham to tight end Mark Favaro from 3 yards out, and the Birds are back in at 21-10. The Giants lead at the half. Another Murray field goal cuts the deficit to 8 early third before Meggett breaks loose again, weaving 26 yards through the Eagles' defense to lengthen that lead to 28-13. Now, the final stat sheet is misleading. Cunningham, although sacked 5 times, hit on 20 of 39 passes for 344 yards and 2 touchdowns, including that 10-yarder to Calvin Williams with 1:17 left. Time for Eddie Murray to attempt the onside kick. Now, the Eagles have a shot, but the Giants hold on. The final count, 28-23. Even though the Eagles outgain them by 105 yards, they can't stop the Giants when they have to today.
We tried to put a lot of pressure on them. We made things happen, caused, a few turnovers. And, you hit some, some key receivers on 3rd down. They hurt us on 3rd down. I gave up a couple plays on 3rd down, and, they capitalized on that. But besides, overall, I don't, we have to play them again, and we just have to see what happens, the next time we play them.
Their next get-together, December 18th at the Vet, but let's head back to the Meadowlands one more time as Bill Perry wraps up this week of preparations and distractions, culminating in an 0-1 start for Rich Kotite and the Eagles.
Last week's salary cap controversy was last week.
All that went on last week had absolutely nothing to do with losing today, all right?
The Eagles did what they needed to early. Mark McMillan, who otherwise had a horrible day, had an interception. But special teams mistakes put the Eagles in a quick 14-point hole. They never recovered. Later, a defensive lapse by McMillan, and it was 21-3 in a hurry.
It's hard to overcome 21 points of self-inflicted wounds, okay?
While the late touchdown pass to Calvin Williams made the score respectable, in truth, the Eagles' offense appeared out of sync all day. In short yardage situations repeatedly with opportunities to score, the Eagles just could not get it done.
I can't be that much of the offense and us win the game. We got to get the running game going. We have to get the running game going because there's going to be games I just can't drop back and throw the ball. We watched this film and they did exactly what we thought they were going to do.
But according to Broderick Thompson, that was not the case.
They didn't play the defense that we had expected. And I think we wasted one or two plays in getting when they found out what defense they were playing. So, the plays that we had for short yardage and then this goal line, didn't work for this and didn't work for that. So that's one reason, but there's no excuse. I mean, 1st and 2 on the 2, we should have got it in.
So they surprised you? Some defensive schemes you basically were unprepared for?
Well, we were prepared for them in the opposite way, So
that's not good.
That's not good at all. So I actually, they game planned us well and surprised us.
Statistically, Randall Cunningham had a good day, but had some problems. Sometimes his fault, but other times.
Their linebackers were doing some good holding today. And we complained to the officials, you know, we got this new rule, but it's funny enough that they hold our guys, and, you know, they're not supposed to touch you after 5 yards down the field, but they're holding our guys 8 and 9, 10 yards down the field.
I wonder if Broderick Thompson agrees with that. Can you say same page? At the Meadowlands, Bill Perry, Sports Sunday, the 10 o'clock news.
All right, now let's make our way around the rest of the league. As the NFL kicks off its 75th season, it's the two-time defending champion Dallas Cowboys against the Pittsburgh Steelers at Three Rivers Stadium. Barry Switzer making his debut for the boys with those blue stars on their gear. Put a star on this man's paycheck. Fullback Darrell Johnston extending himself to make the catch for the touchdown. And here's a guy worth every last penny they pay him, even with the salary cap. Emmitt Smith barreling in for 2 yards out, from 2 yards out in the touchdown. Dallas beats Pittsburgh 26-9. Smith leading the Cowboys with 171 yards on the ground. At Anaheim Stadium, funny ball on display. Not much to blow your horn about today, huh, buddy? Cardinals running back Larry Centers tilts when hit. And Todd Light picks up the fumble out of midair and takes it 74 yards the other way for the touchdown. Midway through the first quarter, he dances in. Jerome Bettis with the Rams' other TD. Just 32,000 show up out in La La Land as Buddy's offense has trouble getting it into the end zone. They lose it 14-12 to the Rams. At Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, check this out. The Stampede is on. The Buffalo Bills hosting the Jets. One Jet in particular with the Flamers on. Up the middle, Johnny Johnson into the end zone from 9 yards out. Jets lock on the head coach Pete Carroll and give him the Gatorade bath. Nice way to celebrate your first NFL head coaching win. 23-3 the final. Bills' first season opening loss since 1987. The Jets beat them then, too. At Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami, greetings from Dan Marino. Check this out, he says. So do I. Sidestep in the rush. Marino by in time, letting it fly almost 60 yards in the air. Officially, it's a 54-yard touchdown to Irving Fryer, the former All-American from Nebraska out of Mount Holly, New Jersey. 50-yarder he adds as well, and the gamer with about 3:20 to play from 35 yards out. 5 catches, 211 yards for Fryer. Marino, 5 touchdown passes. In a 39-35 win, New England's Drew Bledsoe throws for 421 yards, still loses. Now let's head to the NFC Central for the Vikings and Packers. A rude debut for Warren Moon with Minnesota at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Fans want to know who'll be the first Packer on the moon. Number 92, Reggie White with the lunar eclipse. Moon intercepted 3 times, no TDs. Remember Sterling Sharp saying he wasn't playing if the Pack wasn't paying? He shows up and collects the 14-yard touchdown pass from Brett Favre. 7 catches, 53 yards for Sharp to help the Pack hold back Minnesota 16-10. At Soldier Field in Chicago, Bears defensive end Trace Armstrong gassing up to get after the Buccaneers. Quarterback Eric Kramer hooking up with tight end Chris Gedney for a pair of touchdowns, including this 37-yarder in the fourth quarter. The Bears beat Tampa Bay 21-9 as usual, and as you can see, the Bears are off to a good start, winning their 10th opener in the last 11 years. In the Silver Dome in Pontiac, Michigan, new quarterback Scott Mitchell bringing the Lions back. Final 30 seconds, hitting Anthony Carter with a 15-yard touchdown to help tie the score 28-all. Then in overtime, Wayne Font's Lions get Jason Hansen's 37-yard field goal to win it. Lions outscore the Falcons 31-28 in overtime. Mitchell 16-31, just 203 yards, but he gets him in the end zone 3 times. Now we go down to the Superdome. Got to be Joe Montana's favorite place. He's now 10-0 there. Super Joe fires to Willie Davis for an 11-yard touchdown in the opening quarter. Chiefs lead start to finish 30-17. The final, Montana throwing for 315 yards and 2 TDs, improving to 15-2 lifetime against the Saints. Down in Dallas, North Turner made magic with that Cowboys offense. Now, no mere wave of a wand will get it done in Washington. As the Skins rookie head coach, starting John Freese at quarterback, Tracy Wooden, however, picks him off and returns it 69 yards for the score. See ya. Seattle Seahawks beat the Skins down at RFK. The final count, 28-7, as running back Chris Warren goes for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns on 22 carries. Next, we go to the Hoosier Dome in Indy. The horses up front called the Falk line. Rookie running back Marshall Falk, happy to have him. Opening holes for him to romp through. 11 yards for the score on the way to the final score. Something of a shocker. Indy over Houston, 45-21 as Falk's 143 yards and 3 TDs puts him up there with Alan Amici and Randy McMillan, a couple of Colts all-timers. And at Riverfront Stadium, the Battle of Ohio Phase 1. Randy Baldwin takes the kickoff. Look at this. He takes it at the 15, breaks free, goes to the sideline, outruns the coverage. Then, watch this little stutter step, and he's in the end zone with an 85-yard touchdown return. A short time later, Cleveland's Eric Metcalf finds protection behind the wall, heads to the near sideline, and that's all, folks. He dances 92 yards for the score. Those 2 long home runs help the Browns beat the Bengals by a final count of 28-20 as Cleveland deals Cincy their 9th straight loss in the division. Tomorrow night, week number 1 of the 75th NFL season concludes with the Raiders returning to the Bay Area to take on the San Francisco 49ers tonight at Mile High Stadium in Denver. First quarter, John Elway gets the scoring underway as the Chargers are on defense. He's rolling right. He hits Mike Pritchard, the former Atlanta Falcon, flying into the end zone with a 50-yard hookup. But in the fourth quarter, San Diego has come back to take a 3-point lead, 30-27. Coming up, we're heading down to the farm. That's where Dallas Green is spending his time these days, while Major League Baseball's players and owners are watching their 94 crop spoil. Big D is making hay next on Sports Sunday.
When glasses take abuse, they can lose their fit. LensCrafters has these flex-on frames. They're made of a titanium alloy. The first time I twist a pair in front of a customer, they gasp. They're very surprised that you can bend it and you can twist it and it goes back to its original shape. They keep their fit. Cool, isn't it? And because we're LensCrafters, we can make a pair of glasses with flex-on frames in about an hour. Your kid can peel them off your face. Your aunt can sit on them. I guess your dog can't chew them.
LensCrafters, helping people see better, 1 hour at a time.
Want 2.9% financing on any Toyota in stock? Now, for 10 days only, get any 94 Toyota car or truck in stock at low 2.9% financing. Interest rates are going up. This is absolutely your last chance to get a Camry, Corolla, or any 94 Toyota car or truck at 2.9% financing. Come and get it, but you'd better hurry. It all ends September 5th.
Let's never go back.
Escape for Men, Calvin Klein. Your gift with any $35 Escape for Men purchase at Macy's.
This is KATV News. I noticed its spaceship-like design.
I was strangely attracted to it.
I said, Vern, that is not a pizza.
Introducing the Pizza Hut Bowlie. Pizza toppings, cheese, and sauce in a mysteriously tasty crust. Now one Bowlie is $4.99. Bowlie, it's out of this world.
I believe it was brought here as a sign of peace.
Oh. Bowlie, reportedly seen in meaty, classic, and pepperoni mushroom varieties.
Think of someplace private, someplace quiet, someplace comfortable, someplace truly your own. Now, think of it moving at 80 feet per second. Introducing the all-new Monte Carlo, a very personal space designed from the inside out around you, the driver. The all-new 1995 Monte Carlo. Genuine Chevrolet.
Welcome back to Sports Sunday. At the U.S. Open, a 30-year-old tennis player is old. Halfway through the 94 Open, 30-year-old Roger Smith, a qualifier from the Bahamas, was the oldest player still going. Now he's going too. It's all up to the youngins now. At the National Tennis Center in Flushing, Queens, some things really are bigger than life. Smith serving at the top of your screen, taking on defending champ, the #1 seed Pete Sampras. Smith, ranked number 187 in the world, goes back and whacks it. Actually wins the first set from Sampras, but now we go to match point. Sampras getting stronger as they move on. He sweeps the final 3 sets to advance today. And in women's play, #2 seed Arantxa Sanchez Vicario of Spain taking on Ann Grossman of the United States. Sanchez Vicario at the bottom of your screen, coming forward in control the whole way, advancing with a straight set victory. Well, it is day 24 of the baseball debacle, and just in case anybody cares anymore, no reason to believe baseball's parks will remain dark, won't remain dark, that is, until fall. Odds are the crops will be in and the snows will melt away before the baseball bunch heads out there to play again. It's a frustrating time for baseball men like Dallas Green. For him, this summer without baseball is one hellacious waste. But he's not wasting his time. Green's spending it in God's country. This is Dallas Green country, a world apart from where he usually spends his summers. No Francos or Bobby Bows here, but Billy and Ushi do keep the skipper going.
It's an opportunity to get on a tractor and just get out there and let nature do its thing. It's a great opportunity just to come out and relax and enjoy what God's given me as a human being. I appreciate what baseball has given me because I wouldn't have this place without baseball, and I know that.
The former Phils and current Mets manager misses the game terribly. Almost 4 weeks into the strike, he still wakes up every day thinking he should be on his way to the ballpark. Instead, Green's daily lineup is filled with chores down on the farm.
I don't sit out here and wonder what's going on because there's nothing I can do about the negotiations, and I have to accept what is going on because I don't have any input and I don't have any way of having input. So I come out and flush it out, get rid of it.
The other day, Dallas talked with Jim Fregosi and shared opinion on being forced to vacation in mid-season.
We're baseball guys. We're dinosaurs in this business, but we're still what makes the game go around to a degree because we know the game and we're able to perform under pressure and that's our life. That's our style. That's what we live for. And we're not doing it now in August, and that hurts.
Like many of us, Green suspects we've seen the last of Major League Baseball for 1994. And despite his disappointment in that reality, Dallas Green deals with it philosophically.
Over the years, animosity has built up, and stubbornness, arrogance, whatever adjective you want to say in a negative term, it has certainly built up, and I think this is deep-rooted, deep-seated, and as a result of that, you've got two very stubborn sides that really fail to look past their own problems and say, hey, the game is what this thing is all about. It's what has given all of us what we have.
What a combination, Dallas Green and U2. Coming up, things don't start out like the Birds had hoped. Defensive tackle Greg Townsend, that's defensive end. We'll play inside, too. And safety Mike Sortage join us to help sort out opening day when Sports Sunday returns.
Tuesday, before he rode the bus in this summer's blockbuster Speed, Keanu Reeves caught some killer waves in Point Break. He's an undercover agent on the trail of a daredevil bank robber. It's a killer rush. But how do you catch a criminal who lives on the edge? You got a death wish! Without going over yourself. Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze.
100% pure adrenaline.
Point Break.
Tuesday on Fox 29.
Put your heart into it. Be tough. I am not going to pay a lot for this muffler. By George, I think he's got it.
Don't be bullied into paying a lot for a muffler. Now more than ever at Meineke, you're not going to pay a lot, but you'll get a lot.
I guarantee it.
They're all angels. But boy, do they make a mess. In my classroom, I have a cabinet full of Brawny. Those thirst pockets do the trick. Spill after spill, day after day. At times, I lose it. Sometimes I'd like them to absorb the kids.
Only Brawny has thirst pockets. Each 2-ply sheet has hundreds of them, making Brawny remarkable at soaking up spills.
Brawny gets to the mess before the mess gets to you.
Now Brawny also comes 100% recycled.
to your Mazda dealer right now and get savings on the spot. For a limited time, Mazda is offering 3.9% APR financing for 36 months with no down payment and no payments for 90 days. This exceptional financing offer is available on any new Mazda car and truck you buy, on top of additional incentives on most models. This offer ends at midnight September 5th. So get to your Mazda dealer now and get savings on the spot.
I can take care of myself in the ring, but in my car, I trust Meineke for safe, reliable brake service at a low price.
Now more than ever, at Meineke, you're not going to pay a lot, but you'll get a lot.
I guarantee it.
Welcome back to Sports Sunday. The Eagles limit the Giants to 15 first downs, hold them to just 149 yards passing. They do give up a little more than 4 yards per carry on the ground, but that's a whole lot better than it was on many given Sundays last season. So why'd they lose, you ask? Well, let's welcome in Greg Townsend and Michael Zordich and ask them. What do you think? Greg?
Well, why did we lose? Is that the question? I don't think it's a question why did we lose. I think we merely just got big plays happen on their part. The ball bounced their ways, and that in the wacky world of sports, things like that shall happen and will happen.
You sound like Bob Uecker. Michael?
Yeah, well, I agree with Greg. I think that, they just had a couple more big plays than we did, and that was the difference in the game.
All right, well, it's my show, and I'm going to hazard an opinion myself. Especially against a rookie quarterback, Dave Brown. You had pressure on him. But, Greg, let's go to you. You had pressure on Dave Brown, but you didn't seem to get to him enough. Here's you climbing up and over.
Well, everybody want to call this guy a rookie, and his guy got 3 years in his belt from the NFL experience.
Fair enough, but it was his first start.
And he's a Dan Reeve guy, in which I always gave Dan Reeve guys a lot of credit with Elway and Kubiak. Always had some good quarterbacks, so I never knew nothing different of this guy but him going to be a good quarterback. What all I wanted to do was somehow get to him, make sure that he knew that he was in for a long day. Whether he acknowledged the long day and was going to say, okay, I oblige you with the long day, and you're going to have a long day just as well. Let's see who's going to have the longest day, and of course I had the longest day today.
In the interest of accuracy in the media, I did call him a rookie. It was his third year, but he did work under Phil Simms, who he replaced for 2 years prior to this. So
I think the more years we give this guy, the better it makes us feel like he done well this year instead of getting a rookie out there playing like he did today. He had an excellent game today, Brown did.
Well, he didn't make the mistakes, and that was the key.
Exactly.
Michael, we showed you the Mega touchdown run earlier. We're going to show you again a little bit and see if you can elaborate a little bit on this. We're going to show it to you in slow motion now. I'm sure you guys are going to see it a whole lot more in meetings. He's under people. Nobody gets a real good shot at him.
No, I think his size played a factor in this particular play right here. He was able to get some good blocks from a lot of his linemen and receivers downfield, and he's a good back, and you got to give him credit on that type of play.
I think that's fair. Now, normally, and this is to you, Greg, normally it's just one of 16 games.
Right.
But in this season, with so many new players and with the salary cap and all the distractions and all the ramifications of that salary cap, it seemed to me, again, I'll hazard another opinion here, it seemed to me that it would be so much more beneficial to this team for your psyche, for momentum, whatever you want to call it, to get that first win.
Always.
Does it count a little more? I know, again, it's only one loss, but does it count a little more, maybe?
It always. I think everybody wants to get the first win of the regular season under their belts. It's always good to have that. And I think in certain cases, somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. And we just unfortunately came out on the losing end. But I think with the salary cap and everything everybody's talking about, that's been distraction or somewhat. I think what we were before the salary cap came in as football players. And I think that's what we are to the day we die. We're going to be football players, and we can go to college and try to get some what you would call other classes to be known as a businessman or this and that and other thing. I think when you play in this league more than 4 or 5 years, you become you get your BA in football.
And wins and losses.
But our whole thing is that we want to be able to just say with all the distractions, we just pretty had a bad day today, and Giants did, and we lost. They won, and it's pretty much that's the way it goes.
Michael, was it easy for you to put those distractions aside? and get ready for this game?
Well, yeah. You know, once the bell rings, I think everybody was able to put the distractions aside. I pretty much think the distractions were put aside earlier in the week. It's just unfortunate that it had to happen. I'm not a fan of what's going on in the NFL, per se, around the league. I think a lot of good veterans are getting ripped off for some more years in the league. But that's another story, and like I said, I think the distractions were definitely pretty much over the hill by middle of the week.
All right, well, let's look ahead. We showed you a guy you're going to have to cover, Chris Gedney, with 2 touchdown catches today. The Bears look pretty good in the preseason, and they keep it going here, and you got them next Monday night.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be a great game. Chicago's always a tough team to play, and it'll be fun playing at home on a Monday night.
Greg, final question to you. This team, this defense, with 5, 6 new starters, still has to establish an identity. How does that happen?
Good question. More games, more practice, more communication. Just on that basis alone, I think we're going to gel a little bit better. And I think even with this game, even though it was a disappointing loss, I think we gelled a little better today. So that's good.
Fair enough. Thank you both for coming in. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, Carl.
That's it for this edition of Sports Sunday, September 4th, 1994. I'm Carl Churkin. Rich Noonan, Tracy Matisak, and Steve O'Brien will be right back with the final segment of tonight's 10 o'clock news. We'll see you again soon.
Is it friendly or hostile? Is it a force for good or evil? Only one thing is known for certain. It sure knows how to make a first impression. Introducing the all-new 1995 Eclipse from Mitsubishi, the new thinking in automobiles.
At Fillmore Furniture, we're eliminating the wait with delivery in a flash on selected items. Want more? How about no interest, no payments till March 1995? Want even more? Save 23 to 68% off on all furniture and accessories, and 50% off all Bernhard wood. What more could you want? Beautiful quality furniture, express delivery, incredible savings in a flash at Fillmore Furniture, Voorhees and Westmont.
Oh, hello, Mr. Amatsu. You know, your shipment is ready.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, sir. I just have a question about custom regulations for your country. Do I need an import license, a certificate of origin, 525V, or what?
Hello, how are you?
Fine. Could you hold?
All you gotta do
Hello,
to simplify international shipping is use FedEx.
Mr. Amatsu? Yes, sir. I'm fine. We're all fine.
Moving, moving, moving. All these Fords are moving. The clearance savings are big at your Quality Plus Ford dealers' factory-authorized clearance. You can still save on every new Probe in stock with 3.9% financing, the lowest rate on Probe this year. Ford Thunderbirds are great clearance value. All this equipment for only $17,525. Ford has the best clearance deals around. Ford's factory-authorized clearance is at high gear. Hurry, see your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
Here's another look at what happened today. More talks between the U.S. and Cuba have failed to produce an agreement to end the Cuban refugee exodus. The talks in New York have adjourned until tomorrow. The U.S. is offering to increase the number of legal Cuban immigrations if Cuba cuts off the flow of refugees.
A Philadelphia firefighter was taken to the hospital tonight after a floor caved in during a blaze at the old Schmitz Brewery. 52-year-old John Vaccarelli of Engine Company 29 had to be lowered to the ground by rope and pulley. He's being evaluated tonight at Jefferson University Hospital. The cause of the one alarmer is still unknown. Carl?
Eagles down 21-3 early, make a game of it late, but still lose to the Giants in the opener, 28-23. Steve?
We're just going to kind of have a partly sunny day for your Labor Day holiday. If you're down at the shore, though, the winds are going to kick up 75 for a high, partly sunny, windy in Philadelphia.
All right, that is our news for this Sunday night. For the entire 10 o'clock news team, thank you for joining us.
Have a great night, everybody. See you tomorrow.